Okay. We'll see how this goes. I've had issues streaming on YouTube lately. I can stream on other platforms, but YouTube has been giving me errors. See how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to show you where we are, which is in this Loithua area of space, not near anything else. So I actually went out. I think I was here at the Rosette Nebula, or no, was it the Rosette or the? No, it's this one. I was at the Seagull Nebula on a different account, and I'm not by any nebulas on this account. But I found an area that no one scanned, and so I started doing some scans and getting. Let me see. Where are my apps? Need to have that one running. And I need to have one. Yeah, that one running. But you guys can't hear it, so I need to change my audio. And put that on. Is it wavelength system? There. Okay. I think that'll do it. That. Yep. You're getting the sounds now. Good. And then I need to go check here.
07 Commander Tikiaki, exploration buddy at your service.
Okay, so first thing is I need to kind of figure out what need to figure out if I should start flying back. I've spent a little bit of time here. I don't know if I want to spend more time. I definitely want to mark this system as the one that I've been to here. Let me bookmark it. And we'll call it, oops. Crap. That again. Bookmark system is not great in this game. Yeah, I'm just gonna add it that way. So that way I kind of have a bookmark of how far out I've explored in different territories, because this was pretty much a straight line to the bubble. This was pretty much a straight line to the bubble, although I think I may have gone through, maybe not. No, I probably didn't go through any of those systems. So I'm actually quite a bit further away than I would be if I was doing going out for Guardian stuff, I suppose. Let's see. let's see here. How far away am I? So from a south of the bubble, I'm 3,000, 3,200 light years. And I think that one was about 4,000 light years. Now, if I wanted to get more systems that no one's ever been at, I would actually fly to that system. See how far away that is. So that would be a route. Okay, it's plotting. So we'll see how far it thinks it is. Quite a bit, I imagine. There we go. So that would be 50 jumps. Or... I guess I don't see a distance here. I just see the 50 jumps. Okay. So... Yeah. There's quite a few systems that are completely unexplored if I was to go down that route. But there's no data for it. In fact, most of the systems, I'm looking at the route right now. Let me show you what that looks like. So if I switch to this, you can see that. Why is this not working? Huh. Okay, that's fine. And where is my ED buddy not showing up? There it is. Okay. Alright, so everything's showing up. So this is kind of my, this is the view of what I actually have in front of me on multiple monitors, all combined together into a single screen. And of course, this is what my main screen looks like, which is boring right now. And go and put that back. So we just left. We're just leaving this planet here. We picked up some materials. So I have 0 reports. So I have not yet submitted anything to this, which means I do need to fly back. Question is, do we do more exploration here? Let me see what we got so far. Oh yeah, this was, I remember this system. This is why I logged off here. There was so much stuff here, and I just scanned these 3 planets because they were the ones that had life signs. But there's a ton of planets here to scan. And if I look at bodies, let me put this over here. Boop. Close that. Okay. So, yeah, if I look at bodies, you can see that I got all 3 of the bodies that are worth anything. I got those scanned. So there is a hot, okay, there is a, that one. High metal content body. The carbon atmosphere. Yeah, and I can't get a first surface scan because somebody else already grabbed it. Makes sense because it's the most valuable one here. In fact, we sort by cartographic value. Other way around. Yeah, you can see that by far that is the most valuable body here. And then the gas giant, which takes way too long to scan. And then there's this high metal content world, but it's worth a lot less. So this is 6. So if we want to scan that one before leaving, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. Sure, why not? Let's scan that one, and then we'll start heading out of this system. Hey, somebody said hi in the comments. Sure you loony? Is that the way you pronounce that? What's going on? So I'm probably gonna stream for about 2 or 3 hours. The basic idea is just flying back to the bubble. I'm out of the bubble by quite a bit right now. Out in a different sector. I was a little tempted to try and fly to this sector, but I kind of got stuck because there was a whole bunch of systems that were unscanned here and basically just started scanning them. And now if I fly this direction, I can get a whole bunch more systems that are unscanned because everybody just goes to the bubble and not across. But I don't know if I'm going to bother doing that. So let's scan this guy first of all in this system, then we can make a decision. By the way, the video that I put out yesterday talking about like the easy, quick way to get into the community goal got a surprisingly large number of views. I was kind of surprised anyway. It was in the thousands, and usually I get in the hundreds of views. So I guess it's a popular topic, but also got a number of people telling me that I'm a noob and I don't know what I'm doing, which is always fun because I've been playing this game for close to 7,000 hours now. Actually, over 7,000 hours total. And not to say that I can't make a mistake along the way. I certainly can, but it's usually the people that have only played for a few hundred hours that want to correct what you're doing. You know what? I'm bouncing around too much. I'm gonna turn off the eye tracker here. The little sensitive, which is great for combat, not nearly as good for this kind of exploration stuff. All right. So let's scan this guy. Uh, 7,000 light years away from the bubble, so not planning to fly back just for community thing. Yeah, and honestly, the prize for the community thing is really a beginner prize. It's what you most likely already have. I've got multiple ones of these, which is the pre-engineered scanner. It's the thing that makes it a lot easier to scan. And yesterday for that training video, I actually took an account that doesn't have one of those on the ship I was using. And dude, it was hard. It was hard to actually scan the planet surfaces using this stock completely unengineered scanner. Like I wasn't used to that. So, all right, is this a gas plant or not? I thought it wasn't. Maybe it is. It is. Oh, it's high metal content. Really? Am I at the wrong? Oh, I'm at the wrong one. Of course I am. I'm meant to. No. Hold on. What is this one? This is also high metal content. Okay. All right. Guess that is the one I wanted to be in. All right, let's get her mapped. 7 probes. Oh, I'm out of range still. Okay. All right. Now, where are you exploring, Shirley? Which part of the map? I've been taking a number of my. Let me just do this guy. Really? Seriously? How close do I need to get? Or do I just not have it selected? I just didn't have it selected. That's why. Okay. Hang on, let me shoot these, now I'll ask my question, which is, where are you? I'll show you where I've been. So, roughly speaking, this is where I'm right now. I am definitely at some point wanting to fly out to the Heart Nebula here. Right here. because I was actually chatting with Down to Earth Astronomy last week, and he was showing me photos that he took using his telescope of the Heart Nebula. So I definitely want to go and check that out. Not today, though. But yeah, generally when I've been flying, it's kind of been towards Colonia, a little bit outside of Colonia, or just in this region, kind of, south of the bubble, as it were. I have not flown too much either to the left or to the right. But one of my goals for the next few months is actually to come across here and then fly down this spiral arm that I'm kind of tracing. So kind of heading this way until I can't fly any further, and then do that with a carrier so that even if there's like a 500 light year gap between stars, I'd still be able to do that gap. Because obviously you can't do it in a normal ship. You got to be in a carrier to do it. But I do want to try and get as far as I can down this spiral arm. I think that would be fun. The other thing I was thinking of doing is flying to Colonia, then over left and then south down the spiral arm to get back to the bubble that way. But obviously there's a gap here between these two spiral arms that you can't jump across, or at least not in all places. All right, so did I finish this, or how many percent we got scanned here? Let's see. So do that. Nope, there's still, wait, 81%. Of course we are. So let's finish this off.
Heat sink deployed.
Ooh, not good. Why do I have a heat sink on there? In my fire group should be no heat sinks. Yeah.
Surface scan
okay,
complete.
Must have hit the button accidentally. Okay. All right, so that was a complete, I believe. Yeah, 100%. Good enough. All right, and for good measure, might as well hit the ring here as well. I don't know if there's 2 rings or just one. Yes. Oh, cool. So you're another astronomer dude. I'm not. I'm used to be just a photographer, but it is very cool to see just how much light you can manage to gather from the Earth of all these places. So have you flown out to most of the places that you've actually shot through a telescope in the game? Oh yeah, the Sangos Rim. I do remember catching on that. Yes. Very cool. So you're still enjoying the game, I gather. Okay, I think there's only 1 ring here. I don't think there's actually 2 rings. I don't believe. Let me just double check. So this is a pristine metal rich on 6A. Yeah, just 1 ring. So did I get anything from shooting it, or is there nothing on here? No hotspots, probably. There we go. And
surface scan complete.
Okay, I may have been too far away. There is a hotspot. Good. Platinum hotspot. Wow, that's cool. Hey, night. There's a bunch of hotspots. More platinum, ceramidite, and I guess it's just ceramidite hotspot. Just other systems in here. Painite, and Rod Swamp Site hotspot together. Another platinum hotspot. Yeah, there's some probably decent mining out here. Let's go check out it's a platinum. You know, the inner platinum is going to be better usually than the outer platinum, but a little more density there. Let's check that out. And yes, I will get going faster as I get out of this system. I'm still kind of haven't committed to leaving you quite yet. Hey, Not Governor, what's going on? The tools, yes, I have my full tool set view, which is the stuff that's actually on separate monitors. I have 4 monitors running for this game. The top one there for you is ED Copilot, and then the one below that is ED Exploration Buddy, and the one to the left of that is Icarus, and it shows you a nice view continuously of the planets that are in the system you are. And the bottom one is chat, but it's not showing your comments in there, so I don't know what the hell's going on with chat. Yeah, well, this system is actually the system that I discovered, so the tools are still useful because they're showing you things as you start discovering them. So it goes from a totally empty screen to one that is filled with data. And of course, the nice thing, like on the ED Exploration Buddy, here, let me get into this. Oh, Pay Night wasn't the one I was trying to get to. I was trying to get to the platinum one. That one, yeah. The nice thing is that by scanning the planets, you essentially figure out what's the composition of the planet. And then the tool, based on that composition, can predict if there's any bioscans worth doing on there, which I find useful. So I'm just curious to see what kind of percentages we have in these platinum hotspots. This is obviously not a mining ship or anything close to it, but I do have a mining laser. I just don't have it mapped. So mining laser should be right there. Okay. There we go. And the reason I have a mining laser on an exploration ship is because you can pick up not commodity minerals, but like you can actually mine and get some materials that you can use. There we go. Oh, I gotta, hold on, I gotta switch that. Put it on 2. I have a locking, well, also could divert some power in there, I guess. I was gonna say I have a locking button on my number 2 laser gun, so I can just click it and then I don't have to keep pressing it. It'll just stay on indefinitely. But what I'm doing right now is just, you know, shooting this, not even really knowing what's out there. I guess we can find out. So we have indite, bertrandite, so mostly useless stuff. I can ignore that. But also, this is what the reason I have the laser on here. You can see that there's iron there. So I can, if I need materials in order to manufacture like limpets, for example, use iron or something else, I can simply, using this laser that I brought with me, that is, wait, that wasn't close enough. I can simply mine using that, even if it's totally random, like right now, you know, like I have no idea what's in these rocks. I'm just sort of flying around. But by doing that, oh yeah, look at that. It's got carbon, uranium, osmium. Oh, this is actually an osmium rock, so that's pretty good. If I needed to collect osmium. Or if I was in the titanium area and I needed it for the carrier, maybe that would be something that I could do as well. But either way, like I can, like the osmium obviously can't be picked up because I don't have a refinery. But if I go here Let me see. This should work theoretically. Let's see if it works for real, right? I go in here. I have no limpets on board right now, but I'm going to manufacture some limpets. Limpets. There we go. Synthesize. That's the word. Not manufacture. Synthesize limpets. And I'm going to go back to this view for you guys here. So limpets take iron and nickel. Right? So I just made some. And if I go to... if I have a limpet that comes out, a collector limpet.
Programming limpet drone.
There we go. So he will actually run out and grab the iron and any other, like iron, sulfur, carbon, any of the materials here. He will grab and bring back to me. So in theory, if I just keep mining these rocks, even though it's blind, I can get enough materials back that I just need to make sure all of these are on the ignore list, so it's not picking up the big stuff. And then, you know, then I can make more limpets along the way. So even if I've used up all my material to make them the first time, I can mine some more. So I've made a habit of always putting usually just one single mining laser, because it's 2 tons. They're not very heavy. But basically putting one mining laser on my exploration ship just so in case of emergency, I can get the raw material to manufacture more limpets. And that, you know, maybe I used all my limpets up doing repairs or something. And I don't have the materials anymore to make any more using synthesis. So by having that laser, you've got enough to make them. You could also use them for the, what do you call it? I'm horrible with names here. What is it called? The thing that you use to jump further. The FSD injector. There you go. So I could theoretically get all of these materials from asteroids. Well, for sure. Whoops. Sorry. For sure, the injector, I could get all these from asteroids. I think I can get all these. I may or may not be able to get these from asteroids. I may need to actually like land to get yttrium, polonium, niobium. Those probably aren't going to be in asteroids. But either way, you know, the simple ones you can definitely mine for in case of emergency if you had to. All right. So anyway, I don't actually need to mine. I was just kind of figured I'd do a quick demo here while I was here. All right, let me grab something to drink real quick. Here it's back. Okay. So I'm gonna get out of here and start heading back. Cargo scoop. That's hard pause. There we go. All right, what did I miss here? Bottom right, middle. Okay, talked about fuels. Struggling for words. Imagine how it is when I assume since English is. Yeah. Well, my issue isn't vocabulary. It's memory. I'm noticing that as I get older, things that are on the tip of my tongue stay there. They don't actually convert into actual words. That is funny. But all right, let's just map a course back. While I think it would be interesting to get some more discoverable systems going, I don't know that I really want to be here for like 5 hours. I want to kind of wrap up. Let me see. I'll just fly back to the main ship. Let's see how many jumps that is. 39 jumps. Looks about right. And that's in Derangui. And I think I was there because I was helping somebody. Another streamer. So I'm going to fly kind of north of California Nebula and north of where the Thargoids were, or are usually hanging out. But, yeah. Should be good. There's a okay, that's where my next fuel star is. Cool. I just got to remember to fuel up at the next jump. And,
frameshift drive charging.
Not get myself stuck with no fuel. This is kind of a pretty area. I'll definitely come back here at some point. And it looks like a whole bunch of my next stars actually have fuel in them. By the way, how is the volume on the stream? I always have to ask because I do tweak things when I'm just recording videos. That's a good question. Will I use neutron stars? First of all, let me start refueling here.
Fuel scooping.
I think my route goes through. The options are to use them. Yeah, options are to use them. But I'm not like going to specifically go into Spanj to map a route that is purely on neutron stars. I guess complete. I could. Yeah, okay, fine. Answer your question brought about. I'm curious myself now. Let's see what that route will be. Let me go into, in fact, I think I can add that screen here. I'll just get rid of the chat, which was not working. I'll just get rid of that and then go to add application window, and we're gonna grab I think it's that. Let's see. Cursor, don't need a cursor. There we go. And yeah. All right, so there we go. So I've added Spanj to it as well here. And I'm going to make it a little bit narrower though. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a plot of route. Neutron. We are currently in Loi Hua LGIB 37-1. Okay, I clearly misspelled something. It's probably B30. LGI space B 37 dash 0. What? There's no it's not in the system, guys. Sorry, I can't I can't move out of here because it's not in the system. Okay, let's do 0. That's gonna be close, right? So we'll add that, and then we don't need a via. And then the destination, I always put Sol because that's easy enough. Once you get close enough, who cares? So calculate. What am I missing? Unable to generate route from and to ranges. Oh, range. Yeah. So my range on this thing is, I want to say, so I think it's a little over 80. So ship range is 79, let's say. Although if I get rid of my limpets completely, it'll be over 80. That's why it's 70. Should I do it? Should I throw away my limpets? Does it really make any difference? Yeah, Shaloni, the mic volume, I've had that happen multiple times, especially because I use the same software for both recording videos, which is mostly what I do, and then streams, which I don't do as often. So I actually do touch the damn thing. It's still thinking. Okay. I did hit calculate, right? Yeah, I think that's, there we go. 27 jumps, so it could do. So it'd be 1 jump to here. Well, I'd have to first get to B370, but then from there, I guess it'd be all neutrons the whole way. Yeah, okay. So I could do it in 27 jumps versus without that, it's 38 jumps. Now, you got to keep in mind that a jump without a neutron star goes by fairly quickly, because as soon as you enter it, you just got to curve around the sun and jump out right away. And the curving also refuels you. Jumps that you're doing with neutron stars are longer range. However, you still need to refuel at some points. Like I can't make 27 jumps without refueling. I can only do 6 or 7 jumps between then when I have to refuel. And then, of course, the other issue is to actually go into the vortex to scoop up the fuel. It's something that also takes time, and more time than just circling the sun. So this is why sometimes you gotta wonder, is it really worth bothering to go on the neutron highway? And it's basically a reduction of 10 jumps that I would. So is getting rid of 10 complete jumps going to be faster than just going the whole 38 jumps? And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 neutron stars. So that's where the slowdowns would be at the neutron stars. And so minus 10 plus longer 11. But then some of these also have several jumps in between that are regular jumps, so that would refuel. I don't know. Plus, I also have to manually copy and paste these. So I'm actually not going to use neutrons. After all that, I'm not going to bother. And don't get me wrong, if I was flying to, some of these neutrons do give me over 300. I think, what is my max range? That's the other question with a neutron. So I think with the neutron, it is going to be 318 or 316 would be my max range on these jumps. And I think some of these will get that kind of range, but not all of them. But yeah, it's like if I was going to Colonia and I didn't want to stop anywhere, I didn't want to look at anything, I don't care about undiscovered systems, then I would just do the neutron highway. But looking at this, if I look at my routes, you can see that my next 6 jumps are systems that have 0 data, which means I'm probably going to be the first one to scan them. And then obviously the closer we get, the fewer systems we have that are unscanned. But like the next 6 of them, and there's one more here and one more here and one more here, those are unscanned. So I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with the regular route. Not bother with the neutron stuff. And in fact, I am going to here's what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of some inventory here. I'm gonna get rid of 2 of my limpets. I'm gonna jettison 2 of them. Just keep 1. That will change my ship stats to be over 80 light years, which is what I like. And then I will reconfigure this. Okay, nothing changed. Good enough. Fine. Didn't have to get rid of the limpets, I guess. All right, so, but yeah, I think I even told you when I was looking at your stream there, Shaloni, that you should definitely go check out Down to Earth Astronomy, because he's a guy that was always into astronomy that played this game, and he stopped playing about a year ago to focus more on his actual astronomy stream or astronomy channel. So he does. Like his streams is basically him in editing software. I am not currently streaming on Twitch. I was having issues with YouTube not streaming, and so right now I'm just purely streaming on YouTube. Normally I would stream on Twitch, and I was also streaming on X, and occasionally I would stream on some of the other platforms like Kick or what's the other one? I can't remember. I use Restream, so I'm just streaming to one place and it sends it to a bunch. But I haven't been able to actually have YouTube included in that stream for a while. So right now I'm just going directly into YouTube, bypassing everything else. So first of all, did I scan this system? I don't even know.
System scan complete.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Frameshift drive
Now we
charging.
can head out. But to answer you, Commander Destructive, there, my last several streams were only on Twitch and not on here. So if you go to my Twitch, which is the same username, those streams were purely on Twitch.
B37 -1 primary star of type M. First discoverer of star B.
Okay, so first discover on this one.
Complete.
Take a look, 24%.
First discoverer of planet B4. First discoverer of planet B4. First discoverer of planet B6. 1 biological signals found on IC body B6. Possible occurrences of 1 potentially valuable species predicted on IC body B6. First discoverer of planet B6. First discoverer of planet E5A. First discoverer of planet E5.
Yeah, so you can see how this isn't going to take just like 45 minutes to get back. It'll take a little longer
First
if I'm
discoverer
also
of
scanning
planet
things.
E1. First discoverer of planet E1A. First discoverer of planet E3. First discoverer of planet E2. First discoverer of planet B3. First discoverer of planet B5. First discoverer of planet
What's that
B5.
accent? Yes, it is Scottish. Good guess on that.
First discoverer of
scan
planet
complete.
B2.
I have so many different American and British voices that
First discoverer
different
of
things
planet
used.
B1.
I had to get an accent that I wasn't using on any other software for this, so I got a Scottish accented text-to-speech setup. Okay, is that it? Yeah, 100%. Now, of all of these, there's one planet with potential life, but it's bacteria, so I'm not going to care about it. And there's also the highest valued cartographic on here is a high metal world, which is not very much, unfortunately. High metal argon, high metal thick. So I mean, I could get a little more. I could get like another 60,000 by scanning them, the planets, but I don't think it's actually worth it. So, we're going to jump to the next system.
Frameshift drive charging.
Sound is cutting off. So you mean like my speaking sound or just all sound in general?
3, 2,
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a rare thing with that many worlds all to be in one system. So, start refueling and then do a quick scan here. What we got?
System
First
scan
discoverer of
complete.
star B.
Okay, just the start.
First discoverer
Or
of
keep
star
going?
C.
I guess we got
Fuel
a couple
scooping
stars here.
complete.
Yeah, 3 stars.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably just me moving away from the microphone because it is set up with a noise gate, which means if the sound is too quiet, then it's not going to record any sound at all. And if I move too far away from it or I bend down to pick something up that fell on the floor, then the sound is going to be too quiet for it to pick up at all. But if all music cuts out completely, all sound, that's a different issue. But definitely let me know if that's happening. So,
First discoverer of star system.
Another
4
first
was
discovery.
43, 0 with primary
And let's
star
see,
of type M.
what do we got? 8%. Oh, this is a large system. Yeah.
Fuel scooping complete.
First discoverer of star B.
16.
First discoverer of planet E6. First discoverer of planet E7. First discoverer of planet E10. First discoverer of planet E1. First discoverer of planet E9.
And then I have
First
to get
discoverer
away.
of planet E4.
I have to
first
get away
discoverer
from
of
the
planet
sun
T3.
here to see the rest of them.
First discoverer of planet E2. First discoverer of planet B5. First discoverer of planet B9. First discoverer of planet B8. First discoverer of planet B7. First discoverer of planet B1. First discoverer of planet B3. 1 biological signals found on IC body B3. Possible occurrences of 1 potentially valuable species predicted on IC body B3.
There we
System
go.
scan
First discoverer
So-
of planet B4. First discoverer of planet B6.
And we have one
First discoverer
potential,
of planet
but it's also
B10.
bacteria, so I don't
First
care about
discoverer
that.
of planet E5.
None of these planets
First
are
discoverer
worth
of
much
planet E8.
financially.
First
So
discoverer of planet
good
B2.
enough. Jump to the next one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, colonization will definitely require some credits, that's for sure. They haven't said what the prices are yet, but my guess is, well, they have said it's going to be cheaper than the carrier, so less than 5 billion. But how much less than 5 billion, we don't know. Could be 2 billion, could be 200 million. Hard to say. But yeah, I think colonization will probably provide quite a bit of gameplay, and it's gonna be really good for people that like trucking, that like hauling materials, because I suspect more than money, it's gonna be more about hauling materials. All right, 26%. This one scanned.
First discoverer of planet E2. First discoverer of planet E4. First discoverer of planet E3. First discoverer of planet E5. First discoverer of planet B9. First discoverer of planet B8. First discoverer of planet B5. First discoverer of planet B3. First discoverer of planet B1. First discoverer of planet B2. First discoverer of planet B6. First discoverer of planet B7.
All right.
First discoverer of planet B4. First discoverer of planet E1.
That's all of them. They're not worth anything. Nothing interesting. They're all icy bodies here. I mean, if I was really trying to go for, I guess, a high delivery of stuff to the community goal, then that would be... Icy body is exactly the kind of system you want, but
Frameshift drive charging.
it's a fairly cheap prize they give you, so... Well, keep in mind the 10 light year range is their initial, so they want to see how well it goes for short distances. If people can't even bring enough material to be able to set up a short distance expansion, then they're not going to do anything long distance. Because remember, again, the main thing you're going to do is you're going to get to select what type of stations go there. That's the architect part. And then you're going to need to haul a lot of materials to that location in order to get the station built. And I think they are thinking, and probably quite rightly so, that a lot of people want to build stations, but the number of people willing to haul several carriers worth of materials to that location could be much smaller. And so they need to understand the interest level that players have first, so it makes sense. All right, did I scan this one already or not? No. 24.
One biological signals found on high metal content body B6. Possible occurrences of 3 potentially valuable species predicted on high metal content body B6. One biological signals found on high
We
metal
got a couple
content
biological
body
potentials
B7.
here.
Possible occurrences of 3 potentially valuable species predicted on high metal content body B7.
System scan
Okay,
complete.
100%. And Oh yeah, it's worth checking out both of these, I guess. So B6 and B7 worth checking out. 7 B6. So B6 and B7, yeah. Interesting, that one doesn't have anything. Let's check out B6 and 7. And B5 is probably worth scanning just from a money standpoint because well, we'll see. Oh, 182,000. Holy cow. All right. That probably means no one's been there because most people don't want to waste the time to go that far. Yeah, I'm gonna do base building. I'll try it out like I think a lot of people initially up close, see how much material they want you to haul. But I do have a few systems that are further out that I wouldn't mind building a base on as well. Okay, forgot to decelerate. All right. It accelerating. Oh, because I forgot to. Goddamn. Forgot to stop the boost. Okay, that was on me. That was just dumb. I thought I wasn't already in boost. I think that now again everything's subject to change, so I don't know a whole lot more than you do, but. In their initial announcement, it sounded like the first thing you build in a system is always a small station. So a station that you can't land a large ship on. You know what I'm talking about. And then once you've built the station, then you can either build a large station or you can start building facilities on the planet. But the other thing that I think a lot of people are assuming that I don't think is true, because they haven't said it explicitly, is you're not going to own any of these. You're just building them. And once they're built, they're just like every other station in the system. They're self-operating. So you're not having to do anything with them. You're not making money from them. You're not paying money to them. It's just a station that you happen to have been an architect for. They have said nothing about ownership of anything, just strictly about architecting. So based on that, my assumption's going to be that we won't have any kind of, like, I think our names will be attached to whatever we built. Just like first to scan a planet, your name is displayed as the first person that was there. I think if you go into a base or a station that was built by a person, it will say that when you click on it, it'll say this station built by blah, blah, blah. But I'm not sure that there's anything more than that. And I think a lot of people are assuming I'm going to build my own base and I'm going to have my own station. It's like, no, you're not. Unless they add a lot more functionality that they've never mentioned, that's not going to be the case. You're just building it for the game, for the Empire. You're doing the same exact activity once this is live as the developers were doing themselves for all the stations in the bubble. Like somebody had to build them and pick where they go and put them somewhere. Like you're going to be doing the same thing now that the developers were doing previously. That's really about it. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. Let's surface scan this thing. Come on. Why is it not working? Oh, because I have it locked. There we go. All right. So...
Surface scanned by 50%.
Okay.
Surface
So we have a
scan
bacteria
complete.
here. That's not worth anything. Fortunately, that could have been something better, but turns out it's bacteria. That's worth 9 million with first footfall. Not much. The other one might have a stratum tectonicus on it, so we'll go check out World 7. But I also want to scan 5 while we're here as well. Let's do that first. Yeah, but they're not your stations. That's the thing. They've never said you actually own them. They just said you're the architect of a station. If they wanted to do it so that you would own the station, they would do it exactly the same way as a carrier, which means it has a high cost of acquisition, and the station's obviously going to have a lot more than the carrier. So the station, if the carrier is 5 billion, you know, originally those of us that were thinking that's what you're going to have is stations that you own, the station would probably be 20 to 40 billion to buy. And then once you have it, you would be able to sell goods on it and make money, but you're at that point competing with everybody else. You know, all the NPC stations. And so what ends up happening is with the carriers, like I've got a carrier that is completely full of materials that I sell, but I sell them at the standard price. I don't make any money on them because if I mark the prices up, I'm going to sell almost nothing, because anywhere that I am, there's going to be a ship that can make 1 or 2 jumps and buy it for less. So why would they buy it from me? So you're really not you're not going to make money with stores or services in the stations unless you've got a station or a carrier that is literally in the middle of nowhere. It's very, very, very far away, and you're the closest thing for, you know, 10 or 15 light years.
Surface
Then you can
scanned
mark
by
things up and still make money.
50%. Surface scan complete.
All right, so let's see, what's the next one I'm going to? Next one is B7. This one. Come on, ship, stop. All right, close enough.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
All right, so what do we got? We got bacteria as well, only. Okay, yeah, that one's not worth anything. 9 million at the most, so it does not matter. Okay, next system. Oh shit. We want to drop out. Let's jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yep, well, it's definitely the fastest way to make money right now, and it has been for a while, is to do plant scans, but I think most people really don't enjoy doing that, so a lot of people will mainly want to do combat in the game, which doesn't pay as much unless you do Thargoids, which absolutely pays even more, or used to, but it's harder to do Thargoids now because you have to go further away and you don't have the Titans. Okay, let's see here. It's fuel. I think this is a first scan as well. Let's find out. Nope, it's not announcing first scan, so somebody must have been here. Huh. Interesting. And one more somewhere, probably behind the sun.
Fuel scooping complete.
Gotta be behind the sun. I don't see anything else. Okay. Where the hell is it? 83%. There's got to be one more. Oh, this is so stupid. Ah, there it is. Missed it.
System scan complete.
Yep, and they're all cheap. Okay. Or they're not interesting, I should say.
Frameshift drive charging.
You know what? I'm actually gonna stop that. I'm gonna redo the route real quick here. So there. And that's on use cones. Okay. Alrighty.
Frameshift drive charging.
So next one's already been discovered. The one after that doesn't look like it's been discovered. The one after that looks like it's got partial scans. And the next two have not. And then after that, almost all of them have been discovered. So it'll go much faster because I won't be stopping to do the scans ones. Once once we get into the area where all of them have been discovered already. I only really bother doing the ones that are undiscovered and scanning that.
Fuel scooping.
But you could certainly make plenty of money
Fuel scooping complete.
doing bios, like landing and doing biologicals.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
All right, let's see where we are with the scan. 24%. These are also not first scans, so there's definitely been somebody here. And
4 biological signals found on
4
rocky ice
biologicals
body
somewhere
1.
here.
Possible occurrences of 4 potentially valuable
We'll
species
see if there's anything
predicted
worth
on rocky ice body
checking
1.
out there. And I think the other one, yeah, it's behind the sun. Okay. So first, yeah, I guess we can head towards the number 1, which is the biological. That's actually this one right here. So that one. And let's see what we can have. See if we have any good luck there or not. It has a potential for a... I think the osseous discus is going to be the most valuable thing on that system. Yeah, 10 billion in a month, or sorry, yeah, 10 billion in a month is very good, but it is definitely still right on par with what you should be doing. Back about 3 or 4 months ago, I think I went out on a 1 week long, so about 6 days, flight out to about 4,000 light years away, and I came back with 2 billion worth of stuff in that week. And if I would have just kept going further, there would have been more unscanned planets. I probably could have, if I did 2 weeks instead of 1 week, probably would have come back with 6 billion or so. But I had other plans of things I wanted to do, so. All right, let's scan this guy. See what we get. The one we're looking for is the
Surface
osseous
scanned
discus.
by 50%. Surface scan complete.
And the rest of them are pretty, like there's a bacteria on there and stuff, which are not worth much. discus like a little bit of a hill, if I remember right. Oop. Thing's got those big long wings. There's a discus, right? Yep.
Landing gear deployed.
First footfall, yep. Oh, this one's not worth that much. This one's only 15 million. Ugh, I was really hoping for the other one. For the discus. This is the Osseous Hummus. Alright, well, let's finish it up real quick here anyway. Is this far enough? I wonder. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, it's probably close enough. Oh yeah. And one more. Let's scan the bacteria here. There we go. Get that final scan.
Affirmative, Commander.
All right. Get out of here. As the rest of the stuff on this planet's not worth that much. Even though we got first footfall, it's not, none of these are particularly expensive biologicals.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
And that was the only planet in the system that was worth checking out anyway.
3, 2, 1, engage.
So we're back to our next jump. Oh, don't want to go back in there. Yeah, we gotta go around the planet.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jumping to Autops, HI-V, B2-0. The subsequent 14 stars are also scoopable, Commander.
Alrighty. And this guy.
Fuel scooping.
We're now 28 jumps
Fuel.
from Dirangu. No bodies match your minimum bioskin
And
value
we're at
threshold,
19%,
Commander.
so plenty to scan here. Well. Okay.
Fuel scooping
Where
complete.
is everything behind the... Done? How do I not see these? Let's just lie a little bit away from the sun here. There we go. Yeah. That must have been hiding back there. The other one. Oops. Get it all. There we go. Okay. And then there's one more large one. Large mass could still be behind that. Yeah, probably. Yep, it's behind the sun. Yep. Keep going further out. Okay.
2 geological signals detected on Body 2A.
Don't care about geologicals.
2 geological signals detected on Body 2B.
Okay. What else we got? Ah, okay. That must be the other big one. Yep. And then what's it got around it?
System
There
scan
we-
complete.
Okay. Jump to the next one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's see how many we got left. 28 jumps left.
Four, three, two, one, engage.
Jumping to Autops, BC-O, B6-0. This star and the subsequent 13 stars are all scoopable.
Okay, this one might be first. First to scan. We'll see.
We're now 27 jumps from Dirangu.
System scan
No bodies
complete.
match your minimum bioskin value threshold,
Fuel
Commander.
scooping.
It might be a one-star system too. Yep. Okay. That'll explain it. Yeah, my shields. Oh, there we go. Let's get the shields for charging.
Fuel scooping complete.
And jump to the next one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Next one might be a first to scan as well. We'll find out. But then most of the ones after that have already been scanned, so we can just not bother stopping.
2, 1, engage.
Just do the do the honk of each system, and that's about it.
Jumping to Autops.
Nut
HK
Governor,
-R,
yes,
C4-1.
absolutely. Atlas
This next
Rand
star is
is an
scoopable, as
Ayn
are the
Rand
subsequent 12 stars
reference.
in our route.
All of my character accounts are
System
variances,
We're now 26 jumps from Diderot.
names from the book,
No
or,
bodies
well,
match your
several
minimum
for books.
bioskin value threshold, Commander.
although not necessarily both of their names are exactly what's in the books either. And the player group is called Galt. Alright, let's check. Okay, so that's another one, just 1 star. Boring.
Frameshift
Next
drive
jump.
charging.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ready to engage.
Yeah, I do have a corp.
2,
It's Galt.
Jumping to Autops, EFFT-B, B13-0. The star coming out is scoopable, as are the subsequent 11 stars in our route.
That's,
We're now
well,
25
corp is a
jumps from
squadron,
Diderot.
is what they're
System
called in the
scan
game.
complete.
No bodies
The
match
4
your minimum
letters Galt.
bioskin value threshold, Commander.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, a lot of people are coming back. I mean, I took, I think, a year and a half off the game. So there's a lot of people coming back. So what you need to do, I'll show you in a sec. Okay, this is just 100 star. You'll go to your right side panel. You go to squadrons. And I've got stuff because I'm already in the squadron managing it here. But you would have an option to search. Oh, I guess it's right here. Browse squadrons. So if you go up here, type in Galt, hit search, there you go. It'll pop it up. So yeah, always happy to play with people that have like-minded
Commander
belief
Mordax
systems.
has gone offline.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Jumping to Autops, UW-U, B16-0. This star we are jumping to is scoopable, with the subsequent 10 stars in our route. We're now 24 jumps from Didoranku. No
Fuel
bodies match your
scooping.
minimum bioskin
24
value threshold,
jumps. What do we
Commander.
got here for scans? Now this system is not for scans, so I'm not going to do anything more than what I'm doing right now. Unless there's a planet that's worth a lot of money. Which
Fuel scooping
I haven't been
complete.
seeing many of those lately.
One biological signal
One
detected on
biological
body B2.
signals
Yeah.
found on IC body B2.
One
Possible
bio.
occurrences of one potentially
B2.
valuable species
Another landable with
predicted on
atmosphere,
IC
but
body
already
B2.
discovered.
One biological signals
B4.
found on IC
Another
body
landable with
B3.
atmosphere, but already discovered.
Possible occurrences of one potentially valuable
got
species
one
Planets
biological
with
signal
biologicals,
detected on
but
body
they're
B3.
bacteria and bacteria.
B3.
So
Another
Neither one
landable
of
with
them is
atmosphere, but
particularly
already
good.
discovered.
let me just get away from the sun, and then I will finish the scan and get out of here. There you go. You're in. Now, do you know what being in a squadron or corporate group gives you? I'll show you in a sec. The main benefit is if you go to map and you click on bookmarks, you see all these green ones down here. These are all group bookmarks. And so there's basically anything interesting in the game I already got bookmarked. So you can easily get to like all the engineers and everything else. They're all globally bookmarked. And then there are 3 gold carriers, each one doing different jobs. One is a scientific one is a tritium. All it does is haul tritium. And then the third one has almost every part in the game. Commerce, baby.
Frameshift drive charging.
Jumping to Autops, see EFF-R, D4-12.
Yep.
This star and the next 9 stars in the route are all scoopable.
And then I'm also, you know, I do a lot of stuff with other friendly
jumps left
creators
to go.
and stuff where everybody
No
has
bodies
their own
match your minimum
squadron. So
bioscan value threshold, Commander.
a lot of the people I play with actually are not part of this squad because they've got their own thing set up. All right. Yeah, good question, right? Who is John Galt?
One biological signal detected
One
on body
biological
B4.
signals found on high metal content body B4.
B4 is terraformable,
Possible
but already been
occurrences of one
discovered.
potentially valuable
also landable
species
with an atmosphere.
predicted on high metal
It's not a
content
first
body
discovery
B4.
though, but that doesn't mean someone has ever
Planet
visited.
B5 has a potential exploration value of 2,200,000
B5
credits.
is terraformable, but already
Planet
been
B6
discovered.
has a potential exploration value of
Okay, I'm gonna have to scan some
2,300,000
stuff here. There's
credits.
some
B6
high
is
value planets in
terraformable,
this
but
one.
already been discovered.
Although not first discoveries, unfortunately, which sucks, but oh well.
One biological signals found on
One
high
biological
metal
signal
content
detected on body
C3.
C3.
Possible occurrences of 3 potentially valuable species predicted on high metal content body
C3.
C3.
Another landable with
Planet
atmosphere,
C2
but
has a
already discovered.
potential exploration value of 2 million credits.
So you guys
One
are hearing
biological
some
signals
voices in the
found on
Another
background.
landable with
content
atmosphere,
body
but already
C1.
discovered.
Possible
I'll show you
occurrences
where
of
that's
3
coming from.
potentially valuable species predicted on high metal content body
C2 is
C1.
terraformable, but already been discovered.
Okay, everything.
It's also landable with an atmosphere. It's not a first discovery though, but
Alright.
that doesn't mean someone has ever
We
visited.
have 3 planets that are worth scanning purely
One
from a
biological signal
scan money
detected on body
standpoint.
C1.
That one's not very good.
Another landable with
This one's
atmosphere,
worth
but already
scanning.
discovered.
This one. And 2 planets worth scanning because they might have Strata Tectonicus on there. Yeah, no, that is a good call. Also the 80th anniversary of liberation of some concentration camps. There's a lot of stuff to do in the game, ADT, and so it is completely understandable when people don't have time, because it can really take as much time as you give it, that's for sure. All right, first thing I'm going to check is the Stratum Tectonicus possibility on C1, which is this guy right here. And then there could be another one on C3. Not guaranteed, but it is a possibility. And then let's see, B, C. I guess let's see how far away those are. 39,000. Let's see how far away B is. Because there's also a couple of B water worlds here, B6 and B5. If these are closer. B5. No, about as far. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. Okay, I'll just fly out there. Yeah, I guess the bottom two are binary to each other. Yeah, go if you want. Go ahead and send me a friend thing in the game here as well. Commander Atlas Rand. Obviously, you don't type in the commander part, but Atlas Rand. Like I said, always happy to play with like-minded folks. And I do a lot of different stuff. Well, I make a lot of training videos for YouTube as well, but I try to experience a little bit of everything in the game. And not Governor, are you in the game right now, or are you just watching, but you're not actually in the game? Yeah, I don't see you in there.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Planet B5 has a potential exploration value of 2,200,000 credits.
6. And then we can head off to B. All right. I mark it. Yeah. I was gonna honk the rest of the jumps, but then I did, you know, I mean, I'm still scanning them. This one is discovered by somebody else, but he only mapped 3 planets in the system. So I don't get like first discovery, but I definitely would get first footfall because this guy didn't bother landing anywhere. That's why that thing on the right side is useful, because it actually shows you the status of planets in a system, so you can see which ones are
We have
worth
a friend request from Commander Carnaggio.
checking out, which ones are not. Alright. That. Boom, boom, boom. You in here as a friend. Go. And
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan
Okay.
complete.
so that one
Planet
is done.
B6 has a potential exploration value of 2,300,000 credits.
Now, we fly to C1. Oops. C1. See if they have any stratum tectonicus out there. Might be silly not to do that, right? If there's a possibility of some stratum here on a system no one's landed on. Yeah. Always forget to push the button. Behind on stream, well, you know, you can fast forward, dude. There's nothing you're gonna miss that's all that interesting if you just fast forward and skip through it. That's funny. Yeah, I know. I have the same thing, dude. If I start watching an Elite stream, it's probably less than 20 minutes before I'm in the game and doing my own thing and kind of stop watching the stream. But I think that's a very normal reaction because you're like, oh, yeah, I still got to do that. I kind of start thinking about it. All right. This one might have stratum. We'll find out.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan
Bacteria.
complete.
One
Nope.
biological signal detected on body C1.
That's unfortunate. Okay.
Detecting 1 signals below
Next
for bacteria.
one is C3. Well, that's an interesting binary planetary orbit. So they're almost the same size. Probably don't need that fourth one, but what the heck.
Surface scanned by 50%.
There we go, stratum.
Surface scan
One
So
complete.
biological signal detected on body C3.
Stratum is the only single on
Detecting
here.
1 signals below for stratum.
So, as you can see, Sholingi, that is not correct. I wasn't going to say anything until I did the ping because I've had this before, but I figured it'd be funnier if you were literally instantly proven to be wrong.
Orbital flight engaged.
We're approaching body C3.
But
Planet is of type
you
unknown
got a good
content
excuse.
body.
You've only been playing the game
Surface
for a
temperature
month.
is minus 25 degrees Celsius. Gravity at the surface is 0.39 g.
There's our first batch.
Congratulations, Commander. This looks like the first time we have found a green stratum tectonicus.
Landing gear deployed.
Another entry for our codex. That's worth around 19.01 million credits if you get a sample. Nicely done. A green stratum tectonicus sample on this body that has not been reported to back-end systems.
First footfall.
A
Stratum.
sample is worth around 19.01 million credits. We have touched down, Commander. Our first landing on this body. First footfall has been recorded. Congratulations, Capitan. That's the first sample of stratum tectonicus collected, Commander. Now find another colony at least 500 meters away. We have moved far enough away. Now look for another sample. We have touched down, Commander. Our second landing on this body. Second sample collected, Commander. Now move another 500 meters from here and look for the third and final sample needed.
All right. Get the next one.
We have moved far enough away. Now look for another sample. We have touched down, Commander. Our third landing on this body. Sample scan completed. Nice going, Commander. All species of interest on this body have now been scanned, Capitan.
All right.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And back on track for the Nexus. thing.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Jumping to Autops, EFFP-G.
Oh, the first time message
24-0.
that he was saying
Star
is
coming up
relating to that
the
particular
subsequent 8
planet.
stars in our route.
Alright.
Fuel
We're now
system
22 jumps from Didorengu.
Oh, that's interesting.
No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
Let's see what we got for planets.
B6. Another landable with atmosphere, but already discovered. 2 geological signals detected on body
complete.
B5. B5. Another landable with atmosphere, but already discovered.
Okay.
Two geological signals detected on body A1B. Two geological signals detected on body A1C. Two geological signals detected on body A1A. Two geological signals detected on body A1D.
No
Two
bios,
biological
lots of
signals found
geologicals.
on
you
IC
know.
Two
body
biological
A2E.
signals detected on body A2E.
Possible occurrences of two potentially valuable species.
Oh, there we go.
predicted
There's
on
some
IC
bios.
body A2E. One biological
A2E.
signals found on IC
Another
body
landable with
A2D.
atmosphere, but already discovered.
Possible occurrences of two potentially valuable species predicted on IC body A2D.
One biological
Two
signal detected
biological
on body
signals found
A2D.
on IC body A2C.
A2D.
Possible occurrences of two
Another landable
potentially
with
valuable
atmosphere, but
species
already discovered.
predicted on IC body A2C.
Two biological signals detected on body A2C. A2C. Another landable with atmosphere, but already discovered. Two geological signals detected on body A2A.
Hmm. Yeah, these are not worth it. Yeah, it's probably just bacteria. Alright, next one. You know, before we had geologicals were a lot more interesting.
Frameshift
And
drive
I
charging.
always scan them if I happen to see geologicals while I'm down at the planet anyway. I do scan them, but I certainly don't go specifically for the geological ones. If you're trying to get particular materials, you can actually look for some geologicals that can get you those materials.
Jumping to Autops, UN-B, C13-2. This next star is scoopable, as are the subsequent 7 stars in our route.
Next 10 of these have all been discovered, so I can just skip over them.
We're now 21 jumps from Didorengu. No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
Refuel.
Fuel scooping complete.
And jump.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Jumping to Autops, KG-U, B30-0. This star we are jumping to is scoopable, with subsequent 6 stars in our route.
Fuel scooping.
We have 20 jumps left to go. No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, sir.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, there are a bunch of unscanned bodies here. I'll do a quick scan. So far, no biologicals.
System scan complete.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. Yes, you definitely don't want to stand on top of a geyser. It'll shoot you straight up. You'll go out of the, well, it depends on the gravity of the planet, obviously, but in a low gravity planet, it'll shoot you
Jumping to
literally
Autops,
out of the
XY-O,
atmosphere.
33-0.
And
This star and the subsequent 5 stars.
there was a video somebody did where they actually got into orbit, meaning they got high enough
We're
that
now
they were no
19 jumps
longer
from
being
zero.
pulled back to the planet,
No bodies match your minimum bioskin
or at
value
least
threshold.
they
Commander.
were moving in the same pace, so they weren't. The point being, they didn't fall back to the planet, right? They were in the orbit of the
Fuel
planet
scoop
after that.
disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Let me see. This one is. Yeah, none of these are
Frameshift
good
drive
plans.
charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Jumping to Autops, UY-Q, C18-2. This star and the next 4 stars in our route are all scoopable. We're now 18 jumps from Didorengu. No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
Let's see what percentage. 26 sounds. Okay, nothing interesting there.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
Jumping to Autops, DQ-C, B40-0. The subsequent 3 stars are also suitable. Capitan. We're now 17 jumps from Didorengu. No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
Fuel scooping complete. System scan complete.
Yep, nothing here.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
Jumping to Autops, TO-V, B43-0. This star we are jumping to is scoopable, as are the subsequent 2 stars in our route. We're now 16 jumps
Fuel
from Didorengu.
scooping.
Oh, this one
No
has
bodies
2
match your
water
minimum
worlds,
bioskin
so I may
value
want
threshold,
to
Capitan.
scan those.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Come on. Throttle. They did throttle. Okay. There's the water worlds. Oh.
System scan
There we go.
complete.
No bios. That's too bad. A3 and A2 are the water worlds. These guys, I might as well scan those. Mic's a bit low. Okay. I may also just be talking too damn quietly. Hello. Interesting looking planets.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Okay. Right, so drop on there. Alright, good enough.
Surface scan complete.
And then the other one is right next to it. Yavins? Okay. You get them on then.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan
Alright,
complete.
that's all here. Now we can leave.
Frameshift drive charging.
The closer you are to the center of the galaxy, the more you're gonna find that kind of stuff. So I'm flying away from the center.
3,
Stars are a lot further apart, so less likely to find any neutrons or white dwarfs out there.
Jumping to Autops, GH-Q before 6-0. Our next star is scoopable, as is the subsequent star on our route. We have 15 jumps left to go.
15 jumps left.
fuel
No bodies
scooping.
match your minimum bioscan value threshold, Capitan.
Alright, let me see what we got
Fuel
here.
scooping complete.
These are all systems that have been discovered, but I figured I can do the FSS on them still. And maybe find some systems with planets that are interesting, but nope, doesn't look like it. The guy that first came into the system didn't bother mapping it at all. He only had the main star mapped, so if I were to go to any of these, I would be the first one to actually map them.
System scan complete.
But none of them are interesting, so we're not going to do that.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Jumping to Autops, XU-EE, C25-0. This star we are jumping to is scoopable from the subsequent star in our route.
Planet
I will
1
say
has
one
a
thing
potential
about
exploration value of
being in,
2,100,000 credits.
fuel scooping.
We're now
Well, that's a
14
very short
jumps
jump
from the
after
ring.
this.
No
Being in
bodies match your
systems
minimum
that
bioscan
have
value threshold, Commander.
uninteresting planets,
Fuel
making me
scooping
sleepy.
complete.
I'm
2.
feeling,
Another
feeling a
land
little
over
more
atmosphere,
tired.
but already discovered.
Come on. There's supposed to be a valuable, one valuable planet here. It's probably back there. And it's probably behind the sun. So that one, yeah. Plans already been mapped. Yeah, this is the kind of area where everything's been mapped already.
One is terraformable, but already been discovered.
Sure has.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan complete.
Planet 1 has a potential exploration
Alright.
value of 2,100,000 credits.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one,
And I think the rest of these, well, next 5 I could just honk. They're fully discovered
Jumping
with
to
not
Autops,
much value.
JH-D, D12-8.
And then I have one that
This
doesn't
star
have any
is a
data.
neutron star. We can
Oh, there you go,
supercharge here.
neutron.
It is not scoopable, but the subsequent 2 jumps in our route both have scoopable
There
stars.
we go. Let's get our charge up.
We're now 13
Warning,
jumps from the limit.
frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
You will
Frameshift
have to
drive
supercharge here.
supercharged.
We'll use FSD injection to make the next jump of 320.07 light years.
320.
Frameshift drive charging.
Only one body of interest for biosigns in this system, Commander. Body Autops JHD D12-84A, around 6.28 million credits for scanning one of 3 species, or you can make around 8.28 million credits for scanning all remaining unscanned species.
3, 2, 1.
Jumping to Red Gia, RB-Q, B5-1. This star and the subsequent star are scoopable, so only scoopable when we're low on fuel. We have 12 jumps left to go.
Fuel scooping.
No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Jumping to Red Gia, HP-K, B8-0. This star is scoopable, but the subsequent star in our route is not.
Gonna
We
charge
have
up
11
here.
jumps
Fuel
left to go.
scooping.
While I'm charging.
Only one body of interest for biosigns in this system, Commander. Body Red Gia HPK B8-02D, around 7.77 million credits for scanning one of 4 species, or you can
Fuel
make around
scooping
11.99 million credits for scanning all remaining unscanned species. Two geological signals detected on Body 3A. Two geological
Possible
signals
occurrences
detected
of
on
2
Body
potentially
3B.
valuable species predicted on IC Body 4B.
Two geological signals detected on Body 4A. 2 biological signals detected on body 4B. 4B.
Yeah.
Another
no,
landable with atmosphere, but already discovered.
Nothing valuable in that one.
Possible occurrences of 17 potentially valuable species
For biological
predicted
signals
on Rocky
detected on
Body
body
2D.
17? What?
2D. Another landable with atmosphere, but already discovered.
Yeah, but none of them are interesting. I mean, the receptors are, because they're unusual, but... Okay, fine, we'll go to 2D, just check it out. So... 2D... I do want to drop some probes on that one. There's a potential for an unusual critter there. Unusual biological. We're probably not going to see because they are very rare. And they don't pay out all that much either. But it's the Recepta plant. I scan it fast because of muscle memory and over 6,000 hours in the game. How you doing, Joy? Plus, I'm not really paying attention to what I'm clicking on because I have a text-to-speech thing that tells me if anything's interesting. Yeah, I'll show you.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface
For
scan
biological
complete.
signals detected on body 2D.
Okay, so it
Detecting
has-
4 signals below for bacterium, stratum, Fortexa, and tussock.
None of those are worth diddly squat. So I'm not gonna bother. Okay, good enough.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Jumping to Redgia, ZL-P, C5-3. Our next star is not scoopable, but the subsequent 10 jumps in our route all have scoopable stars.
Okay, let's see if we got anything interesting here. Probably not.
We have 10 jumps left to go. No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
System scan complete.
Okay. Yep, nothing interesting here at all.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I've got I think I've got at least one video that specifically talks about some of the apps I use, and there's a link in the description of all my videos that lists all the apps that I use,
Jumping
which
to
is a lot.
Red NB-Y.
So even if the
B14-2.
app isn't in the
This star and
video,
the subsequent 9 stars
if
are
you look
also
at the description of the video, you'll
Taking
see the
wind
apps.
damage.
We have 9 jumps left to go.
All right, let's see where we are here.
No bodies match your
Fuel
minimum
scooping.
bioskin value threshold, Commander. One biological signal detected on body 2.
One biological signal
bio.
found on IC body 2.
And
2.
we'll-
Possible
Another
occurrences
And
of
there's
2
something
potentially
already
valuable
done.
species predicted on IC body 2.
Fuel scooping complete.
And let's see what that is. Could be an electric, but more than likely it's bacteria. See what's on that last one.
System scan complete.
Yeah. So it's 2. Okay. Well, we can scan it. It'll be bacteria, I'm pretty sure, but we can scan it. That's the thing, is sometimes it's more interesting to get the rare ones than to get the ones that actually pay more.
Surface scanned by 50%.
789 hours. There you go. You're almost at
Surface
1,000,
scan
man.
complete.
One biological
Dude,
signal
there's stuff
detected
I'm
on body
learning
2.
after 6,000, or almost actually
Detecting
7,000
1
hours
signals
now.
below for bacterium.
There's always things to learn in this game. So, oops. Yeah, it was just bacterium, right? Yep, just bacterium. Figures. Alright,
Frameshift drive charging.
next. It's 9 jumps left. This next one that we're jumping into doesn't have any data in the database. So there, it could be that there's some new stuff to discover. Every system after that is fully mapped, fully discovered, fully everything. So this is really the last one that potentially there's something to look at.
Jumping to Red Gia, BK-R, B18-0. The star we are approaching is scoopable, with the subsequent 8 stars in our route. We have 8 jumps left to go.
Okay. So,
No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
start refueling.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
That's it.
System scan
Nothing
complete.
here. So, and this was really the last one that there was any possibility of getting some first scans, first footfalls. Alright, at this point, just flying back. In fact, let me do this. Let me turn this off. And then remap it.
Course cancelled, Commander.
And actually, where I want to go, I want to go to the community event. So let's see where that.
Setting course for Ditarangu. We will
That
reach our
is-
destination in 8 jumps.
A little further out. It's right there. Yep, whatever. Yep. How many jumps?
Setting course for HIP 90578.
11 jumps.
We
Okay.
will reach our destination in 11 jumps.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, let's see what we get back with.
Four, three, two, one.
Jumping to Redgia, TD-K, B22-2. This star we are jumping to is scoopable, as are the subsequent 10 stars in our route.
Fuel scooping.
We're now
System
10
scan
jumps from HIP
complete.
90578. No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, sir.
Four, three, two, one.
Have you been scanning the CG targets? I've
Jumping
been
to Redgia,
scanning a bunch of stuff,
GW-E,
including CG
825-2.
targets and
This star and
including
subsequent 9 stars are also.
highly sought after, like Worlds or
We have
Earth-like
3 jumps left to
worlds,
go.
all that stuff.
No
Um,
bodies match your minimum bioskin value
Coming
threshold,
back from
Commander.
about 4,000 light years out, and this is sort of the final stretch. The last 10 jumps, I'm not really scanning anything,
Frameshift drive charging.
or not scanning anything, I should say. I'm just flying basically direct. Although system after the next one does have some valuable potential stuff to see. But I also kind of feel like I just want to get and drop this stuff off and be done.
Jumping to Redgia, JU-Z, C13-1.
You're furious
This
to
star
pay
and
out.
the
Well,
next
just
8
keep in
stars.
mind, it's really a community goal for beginners. It's not really a community goal for people that have been playing a long
Fuel
time.
scooping.
You can buy
We're now 8
what the
jumps from
reward
HIP
is
90578.
for not a whole lot of materials right now
No
anyway.
bodies match your minimum bioskin value
I
threshold,
believe
Commander.
you can get it from any of the
Fuel scooping complete.
Li Yongru ships, I believe.
Frameshift drive charging.
Somebody correct me if that's not the case. But also, you know, free stuff is free stuff. So I'm doing this on every account. I've done it on 2 accounts already. I'll do it on this account right now, and then I got 2 other accounts to do this mission on to get the free stuff. And given how simple it is to do, literally you just got to be a little over 20 light years out, do one scan,
Jumping to
and
HIP
you're done.
22755. Our next star is scoopable, as are the subsequent 7 stars in our route.
Okay, this is the one that
Planet
has
2 has a potential exploration
potentially-
value of 2,100,000
Exactly.
credits.
We're
One
now
of those.
7 jumps from
Planet
HIP
3 has a
90578.
potential exploration value of
2 so
2,000,000.
No
4
bodies match
is
your
the
minimum
best
bioskin value
paying
threshold,
one of
Planet
the
Commander.
4 has a
there.
potential exploration value of 3,600,000 credits.
So we could just fly directly to that one. It's 2, 3, and 4 are the valuable ones here.
Fuel scooping complete.
If I do colonization, am I keeping the carriers? Absolutely, because colonization has nothing to do with carriers.
Planet 4
So
has a potential
we've been
exploration
giving
value
Or is
of
terraforming
a little bit of
already
info about what
2,000
colonization
credits.
is, but nowhere have they said you will own any stations. And so I'm taking them at their word, which is you're going to be an architect. You're going to be able to choose types of stations you want, where to put planetary. Let me see, planetary outposts, things like that. But they're not like carriers. Like you don't actually own them. You're just the one that built them for really somebody else, and the somebody else is NPCs, but it's not going to be yours. So I think a lot of people are making the assumption that outposts are going to be just like carriers that don't fly, but I don't think that's the case, and they really have not said anything that would indicate that to be the case. All they've talked about is building them and architecting them and needing to haul materials for them, but nothing about controlling them afterwards. And I always like moving bases in any game I play
Surface scan
because they're more fun. I
Planet
think,
4
so.
has a potential exploration value of 3,600,000 credits.
So I would actually even just go to, even if we did end up having planetary outposts that were ours just like a carrier, I'm probably going to still mostly have carriers that I live on, and then very rarely come back to a single location. Carrier is the best kind of house because you can bring it with you. No Man's Sky, yeah, and I gotta get back into No Man's Sky. I have not been on in the last 2 updates, so I've not seen their redoing of the water and different particle effects and changing and adding some new types of alien species. I haven't seen any of that stuff, so I'd like to do that maybe next week or the week after or something. Just take a weekend and spend it in No Man's Sky.
3 is terraformable, but already been discovered. It's also landable with an atmosphere.
I know it's been
It's not a
discovered.
first discovery though, but that doesn't mean someone has ever visited.
Well, I'm pretty sure somebody has visited. Let's find out. Yeah, definitely it's got a first footfall. I wouldn't, something this close, I would not expect to not have a first footfall. But I'll still shoot it here. But like in No Man's Sky, I don't, you know what, the only time I built something on a planetary surface is because it's part of a exploration mission or expedition, I guess. Because oh, it's got some stuff on there.
3 geological signals detected
Because
on body
there's
3.
really no point in building a home because I'm going to be flying all over the universe anyway. So having any building I do is going to be a building on a carrier.
Frameshift drive charging.
Bring all your stuff with you. Yeah, so you haven't played for longer than I have. I think I played about 6 months ago last. And it's always fun to... I kind of like doing expeditions because you start with nothing, so it forces you to kind of grind your way to get stuff, including your first carrier. And of course now
Jumping to
you can
call
get those
285 sector YU-V, B3-2.
massive
Every
pirate
star and the next
carriers,
6
which are
stars in our
awesome.
route are all scoopable.
They look cool. And they have good stats.
We're now 6 jumps from HIP 905.
6 jumps away. Alright, I'm not gonna scan any more of those. I mean, I'll do normal
No bodies match your minimum bioskin
honk,
value
but that's
threshold,
about it.
Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
25 years for Half-Life 3. Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Was that Bungie that put out Half-Life? No, who put out Half-Life? What was the publisher?
Jumping to call 285 sector PT-0, B7-4.
I don't
7
remember.
of 5 stars are also scoopable, Commander. We have 5 jumps left to go. No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
Valve, that's right, Valve. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking Steam, but I forgot that their actual company name was Valve. Yep. Well, they're making money hand over fist just selling other people's games. So.
3, 2, 1.
Jumping to Lincoln Sector GR-W, C1-18. The subsequent 4 stars are also suitable, Commander. We have 4 jumps left to go.
Fuel scooping. System scan.
No bodies match your
complete.
minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
Four jumps.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Jumping to Iota Cephei. This star and the next 3 stars in our route are all scoopable.
All right, 3 jumps.
We have 3 jumps left to go. No bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've been replaying my Cyberpunk
4, 3,
after this latest update came out. They like added some more, cleaned up some stuff in the game, added a few more dialogues and whatnot.
Jumping to Lentes.
It definitely feels like
This
it's a
star and
little
the next
more
2
polished
stars
than
in
it
our
was
route are all
before.
scoopable.
But then playing Cyberpunk always makes me remember how much fun it was playing Red Dead Redemption 2. So it's like, do
We're
I
now
load
2
that
jumps
back
from
in?
90578.
Do another
No
another
bodies
series
match your
of
minimum
horseplay?
bioskin value threshold, Commander.
Horse and gun?
Frameshift drive charging.
So I was streaming on everything except for YouTube yesterday because I couldn't get YouTube working. And I don't think
Jumping
I
to
had
wings.
any more than
This one's
6
scoopable, as is the
people
subsequent star, so only scoop here if you feel the
watching at any given time. And just YouTube today with everything else turned off. And I think it peaked at
need. We're now 1 jump from hit
11 people.
90578.
Fuel scooping.
No bodies match your
So
minimum bioskin
definitely
value threshold,
people that
Commander.
are watching this kind of content seem to be on YouTube.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now, if I was like a blue-haired girl playing this game, then I would definitely want to be on Twitch. Two jumps.
3, 2, 1.
How far out are you, Sarge?
Jumping to hit 90578. This next star is scoopable. Commander, we have arrived at the requested location.
Yeah, exactly. Cat ear. Gotta have the cat ears,
No
right?
bodies match your minimum bioskin value threshold, Commander.
All right, I think we're here. There's the Trailblazer. Let's go turn this junk in.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It's actually really close. I guess I don't really need to. Yeah, I'll just let assist take me in. 35 jumps in the Mandalay. Yeah, well, that was where I was about an hour ago. Yep. And which direction were you doing your journey? North, south, east, west? Mm-hmm. Well, you mean you've been FSSing targets, or you've been just doing the D scan, or have you been shooting probes like I have? Down plane. Yep, I was up plane. West southwest. Actually, that you weren't that far from me then. It's because I was southwest south. So I was more south than west by quite a bit, but in that general direction. All right, let's get us.
Docking request granted.
Welcome back, Commander.
Come on, dock. Go. Thank God I put that on the ship. Gotta love me automated docking.
Control waypoint reached.
Set her down on landing
Scanning.
pad 6, Commander.
Every self-respecting long-range exploration ship has to have automated docking.
Landing gear deployed.
Yeah, well, we'll find out in a sec what the payload is. I don't think it'll be particularly big,
No
but
need to
we'll find
worry.
out.
The Navy is here.
On one of my accounts, I'm just in the top 100%. On another account, I'm in the top 25%. I'm probably going to guess this is also going to be in the top 25% because it's about the same distance. But maybe not.
Docking
We'll find out.
successful. Engines disengaged.
We have docked at Trailblazer Echo. Don't
All
forget to buy
right.
some liquid
So,
flying for your
first
commander.
thing, we're going to double check, and I think I'm registered, but we'll double check that.
This is a routine patrol.
Make sure that I am.
There's nothing
Yep,
to worry
I'm
about.
signed up. Good. I've got 0 reports submitted. So we'll go to Universal Cartographics.
System sweep in operation.
28 million from this page.
Incoming message.
49 systems, 28 million. And a little bit more here. Oh, and I had some first to discover bonuses, 89,000 of that. And oh, that's it. That's the whole thing. All right, see, that's not that much. Although a lot of systems just. Oh no, there's another page, another 4 million. Okay. So, still, that's less than what I would have thought when I was scanning those. 69,000 bonuses. Okay. Those first to discover are really low. Make sure this is empty. Yep. We're empty. Go back in the mission board. It probably hasn't. Oops. Wrong one. Probably hasn't updated yet, but we'll take a look. 595 reports at. So I'm in the top 25% with this. Yeah. With 598 reports submitted. And it was, I think it was about 80 systems total. So 598 scans or planets or whatever. But I mean, again, it's like
Still waiting for
you
those
get 100
reports.
million
Happy tank.
bonus for the top 25%. You get under 100 million for the actual data. I would make more than this if I was in Liang-Ru and submitting with 100% bonus to one of the systems that he operates. So this is really not for money. This is more just for fun, I guess. That's the way to look at it. So there you go. I think given where you were, you're almost guaranteed you're going to be, well, you are, I think, guaranteed you're going to be in the top 25%. Just signed up and docked. Okay. Yeah, make sure you sign up before you dump the data, that's for sure. I've made that type of mistake in past community events and thought, why isn't this crediting me? And I realized I didn't sign up.
System sweep initiated.
Yeah, I'm sure I have good reputation with these guys though.
This is a routine patrol. There's nothing to to worry about.
They did not bump the payout. Definitely not.
It says on the forum page. No need to worry. The Navy is here.
And then, of course, you got both the gankers in open and people that are stupid to go into solo to deliver their drops getting killed. That's par for the course.
Holding the line. Jump point Delta reached.
So, Joey, are you
Further
dropping
orders.
off data, or are you
Received.
signing up
Rocky,
and you're
Metallic.
about to
Make
head
sure
out?
you fly 20 plus lies away
Because you
from
could
me
actually
and
get
use
the data
FFS to
before you
scan.
sign up.
Still waiting for those limpets, Commander.
Jump point Delta reached. Awaiting further orders.
Oh, you sold 2? Well, 2 is all you need to get in
All
top
zero
100%.
CES is offline.
Which gives you the actual device. You literally need very little for that. But yeah, if you want to do a higher percentage just for fun.
Make sure you got a FFS in your ship.
No, you can't get ganked solo. No. I was saying that if you're in open, there's the usual crowd of gankers, and there are people too stupid to switch to solo for delivering this stuff.
Forums can suck dick.
Securing the perimeter.
Gotta love the text-to-speech on people's comments, right? Now, that's not to say that if you don't have, like, negative standing or bounties on you, that NPCs won't go after you, but I would hope that any account that you're doing exploration with, you will have paid off all your bounties, so no one's going after you. Yeah, feel free to friend me in the game. Anyone's watching. It's Atlas Rand, Commander Atlas Rand is his name. Just send me an invite, and I will accept it.
System sweep in operation.
The other reason not to be in open is because I would actually be taking up this landing pad if I was in open, preventing others from landing
Still
until I
waiting for
take
those
off.
limpets, Commander.
Whereas in solo, obviously, you have a lot more options for landing pads, so you don't
This
worry
is a
about it.
routine patrol. There's nothing to worry about.
All right, well, I'm going to wrap up the stream, y'all. I watched a lot of the ED videos. Yeah, thanks, man. I kind of enjoy making them. You know, they're all geared towards more beginner or returning players. But
On patrol. Scanning for hostiles.
I don't necessarily do only stuff that you see in the videos, because if stuff's more advanced, I'm just not really going to make a video about it. But at some point, I'll probably start working on more of an intermediate level set of training for the videos. But I took a poll about 2 months ago, back in December, early December, I think, and asked people, what is the #1 topic of videos people want?
System sweep in operation.
And the majority actually wanted beginner videos. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, the Power to Play 2 videos are definitely
No
not
need
for
to worry.
beginners.
The Navy is here.
But also, most
is
of
a
them
routine
aren't
patrol.
actually accurate
There's
anymore
nothing to
either,
worry
because
about.
you may have watched them, but so did the game company. Because I literally had 5
Holding the
videos in
line.
a row where I would discover some interesting way of making money, and within 24 hours, they would nerf that. And it kind of became almost like a running joke. It's like, don't make any more videos because they're going to nerf it. And sure
System
enough,
sweep in operation.
as soon as I made a video, it got nerfed. And I'm sure it wasn't just me. I mean, other people were also making similar videos. But it was just funny because everything I did in the
On
videos
patrol.
worked
Scanning
while I
for
was shooting the
hostiles.
video. It all made money. But also a lot of those things that made money ended up getting nerfed
Still
fairly
waiting for those
quickly.
limpets, Commander.
I still think right now, from what I can tell, the fastest way to get merits is mining. It's more tricky because not everybody has good mining access.
What
because you have to
marvelous leaps in
mine
engineering.
in the system that your power has
System
a
sweep in
basin.
operation.
Like that greatly limits the smaller powers with fewer systems, and it somewhat limits the powers that don't have systems
System sweep
further
initiated.
out, because the further out you go in the bubble, the more likely you're going to have pristine reserves and systems. And the whole point is obviously to mine as quickly as possible so that your merits per hour are high.
Jump point Delta reached. Awaiting further orders.
Yeah,
Getting more
that
and more
makes
System
sense.
sweep initiated.
I think Archer's not great for anything, honestly. Sorry, had to throw that out there. But Leon Rue definitely has some great systems for mining.
Patrol waypoint reached.
It was
Scanning.
very easy filling up a full hull of a mining ship within like an hour.
No need to
in
worry.
those
The
systems.
Navy is here.
But
Control.
I've kind of set, like with this
Scanning
account,
for hostiles.
I've settled on what's his name? This guy, Yuri Grom, because if you look at what he actually gives you, he
Patrol
gives you
waypoint reached.
4 different bonuses,
Scanning.
where most of these give you either 1 or 2 bonuses. Like I think she's only literally got 1 bonus. She's only got 1 bonus, which is for bounties. But Grom gives you a little bit less for each thing, but there's 4 different things. Like you get bonuses for bounties, but you also get
Holding the line.
bonuses
Still
for,
waiting for those
well, in
limpets,
fact, here I'll
Commander.
just open them up, show you what it is. So I've kind of used the rational method to pick who I'm pledged to. So if we go here to, that's not it. We go into loyalty and we go to rank 100, which I'm not quite there yet. You get
This is a
60%
routine
bounty
patrol.
payout.
There's nothing to worry about.
You get trade bonds of 50% extra profit on top of all your sales. And your weapons cost 30% less with him. And I think
On
there's
patrol.
one other one that
Scanning for hostiles.
I don't recall, but there's 4 total. I remember that. So exploration data. There we go. So exploration
No
data you
need
get
to
a
worry.
bonus for.
The Navy is here.
Trade you get a bonus for. Bounties you get a bonus for. 60%. And you get a 30% cheaper weapons modules. Nobody else comes close to giving you that kind of bonuses. So I'm actually probably going to switch some of my other accounts to him that didn't start off as him. Yeah, you could switch anytime you want. You do lose progress, but you know, it depends on whether you have the stuff. Like I already have everything from like what is this here? What would this get me? Mining lance, like I already have a bunch of those, so I don't really care. Concord cannon, worthless. That's a bounty payout. Retributor, yeah, I have a bunch of these from before they switched it, so it really doesn't matter a whole lot to me. I'm at rank 75 right now,
This is a
so
routine patrol.
if I just started
nothing
mining,
to
I
worry
could
about.
probably get to rank 100 within 1 week. But I'm doing too much other stuff.
Still waiting for those limpets, Commander.
But on my Liang Ru account, I got to level 100 in the first week.
Inbound.
That guy's definitely staying there.
Evet size 1 bond on TCG. Air code.
This liner is in the
Holding
bottom
the
1%
line.
of all liners out there.
Holding the line.
Yes, pre-nerf, absolutely.
What if it says 60?
Yeah, it actually technically took me 4 days to get to level 100, which is why they were nerfing hard. Because I know I'm not the only. I am the guy that got there the fastest. I did check that. With everybody
This is a
else in the
routine
other
patrol.
powers that got to level 100,
There's nothing to worry about.
I actually got over 100 faster than anybody else.
Ags
But
ready. No hostile sighted.
it was definitely pre-nerf.
All hands on
And
standby.
it would be impossible to do that in a
Airborne
shorter
head.
time frame. But you know, you could do 25 levels in the week, no problem right now through mining. And I've got a video that explains on how to find the best
Securing the
system to
perimeter.
mine in, because it's not as simple as just go anywhere that you have
Holding the line.
the material. You have to find a system that both has the materials that you're going to be mining and has a temporary increased payout for that, because it's really what you get merits on is the difference between, well, it's not even the difference because you're mining, so your actual cost for everything when you're mining is 0, and so the payout is based payout of merits is based on how much the payout of cash is. So it's the same thing as for trade, but in trade you're
Still
being
waiting for
paid
those
out
limpets,
on
Commander.
the difference of what you
This is a
sell
routine
minus
patrol.
what you bought for. So
There's
that
nothing to
difference
worry about.
determines how many merits you have. But for mining, the starting value is
On
always
patrol.
0. So,
Scanning for hostiles.
and I think in that video I was in a system where the payout was 800,000 or thereabouts for one of the more rare type commodities. I can't remember which one I was mining, maybe monazite or something like that. But a system right next to that system was
Axe ready.
buying monazite
No
for
hostile
200,000 instead of
Patrol
800,000.
waypoint on standby.
So
Scanning.
yeah, exactly. You got to find something with a really high demand, which means that if you found it, probably other people found it, and you got a limited timer to get that stuff done. And once it's done, now you got to look for another system. And they're not all guaranteed to pop up because, as I said, your pristine reserves tend to be further out, so the powers that are not really very far out are going to have more issues. Ironically, I think this is part of the problem with
Axe
Zemina.
No hostile
I
sighted.
bring up the map
All
here,
hands on standby.
and we turn her on. In fact, let's turn all her stuff on. So contested expansion exploited. So here's Zemina,
Holding the line.
orange. Well, you can see that she doesn't go out very far from the bubble, just a little bit, a little smidge here, and doesn't go below the bubble, doesn't go above the bubble. So yeah, it is there's probably some good systems right along the edge here, but that's really
System
about
suite
it.
in operation.
And if we, let's see, turn her off,
On
go
patrol.
to Yuri
Still
Grom.
Scanning
waiting
for
for those
hostiles.
limpets, Commander.
Yeah, there we go.
Jump point delta reached.
So
Awaiting further
Grom,
orders.
well, in fact, I think we can have both of them on. Zemina.
Jump point
and
delta reached.
Grom.
Awaiting further orders.
So
Holding the line.
was I looking at Grom before? Oh, that's both of them. Yeah, okay. So Zemina's blue and Grom's
Holding the
orange,
line.
right? I think. Yeah, okay. So I was talking about, yeah, look how little Zemina has out here. Just like 4 systems. And then she's got some more out here. Yeah, hardly any systems right now. Let me turn off Grom. And let's just focus on this. There we go. That's a little more of them popping up, but it is limited, man. Like, she's very in the center of the bubble. Ironic,
Holding the line.
because it's a mining focused group. But she just doesn't own much. I guess on the south side, like some of these might be decent. But maybe these 4 are the only ones that are kind of on the
Patrol
edge of
waypoint
the bubble
reached.
that would have decent mining.
Scanning.
It's a small number. And then
On
you look
patrol.
at
Scanning for hostiles.
what's his name? Archer, right? Is the top dude? Or is it Mahone? No, Mahone is. Yeah, there we go. So Mahone,
Jump
you
point
got
delta
stuff
reached. Awaiting
way up
further
here
orders.
for the top. Like there should be more pristine stuff up here. And you've got some stuff on the towards the edges as well. So you should be able to find systems from Mahone to mine a lot more easily. Let me look at Leon Rue, because Leon Rue is a little different because, yeah, it's all kind of in this pocket, but some really good mining systems are right in here.
Holding the
Like
line.
3 or 4 or 5 of them right next to each other with pristines. So Leon Rue just
Still
has a
system
more
sweep
tightly
initiated.
Capitan.
compacted kind of area.
Patrol waypoint reached. Scanning. System sweep initiated.
Anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna wrap up the video. Thanks for sticking around, guys, watching it.
On patrol.
As you probably
Scanning for
noticed from all of my actual videos, I don't do the old. Make sure you subscribe and like, because frankly, I think people know to do that if they like the stuff anyway.
Scanning for
And it's
hostiles.
annoying hearing the same message over and over and over. But obviously, do what you feel like you should. I'll leave you with that. Thanks for watching. See you on the next.